So I mentioned earlier that there was a lot of Kingdom Hearts news, and for those who have checked out the shorts and the YouTube video on my kind of initial coverage on this, thank you so much. But this is going to be my full, more in-depth coverage on all this, and then posted. So it's a little late. I apologize. A lot of people have already been talking about it. All the big content creators who cover Kingdom Hearts all the time have already covered all this. So a lot of it may be regurgitated, and I apologize, because basically the community always, for the most part, agrees on a lot of this stuff. So a lot of what I say might sound just like what everyone else is saying, but we'll go ahead and just go over anyways. I'm gonna say it my own way. So, but again, if something sounds similar to someone else's, I apologize. I'm not trying to copy anybody. This is just these are my opinions. These are what I think, and it actually does kind of line up with other people. Telleran, what's going on? Can't stick around, but I wanted to drop in and say hi. I hope you have a wonderful stream. Keep up the awesome artwork. Thank you so much. Explorer, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna switch over the game chops real quick. Make sure that we are on. And then let's go ahead and do some shoutouts here. I think Telleran, I think you stream, right? We'll wait for that.
No.
Oh my God, Heather's here too. Let's give Explorer a shout him out. You do not yet. Maybe one day. Okay. Well, still, I guess in a sense, we'll go ahead and we'll shout you out anyways. We'll go and shout out a lot of people here. Let's shout out Explorer first.
You're breathtaking.
And we'll also shout out Heather.
You're breathtaking.
And let's just do a shout out for Telleran, because sounds like she's planning on streaming one day.
You're
so go ahead and just give her an early follow. How's that? We'll do that. You guys are awesome people. Of course. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. Thank you so much for coming in, even if it's just for a little bit.
You're breathtaking.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, Heather gets a double shout out because that decided to go off. The auto shout out decided to go off. All right. So what was I saying? So yeah. So I have been covering all this. Again, if I repeat myself, I apologize. But we're gonna start off with the bad news, because Square Enix decided to start off with the bad news. This scene. You're feeling very sleepy. I'm not. I'm just starting. I'm a little tired, I will say that. But that's beside the point. So this was back May 13th. This was 3 days ago. As of me streaming this. And they, after not hearing anything about Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which for those who probably are unaware, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was going to be a mobile game coming out to iOS and Android, and it was supposed to be a GPS action game. It's kind of like Kingdom Hearts Pokemon Go. There's gonna be like a story and everything, but there's gonna be a mode in the game where you got to travel outside your house like Pokemon Go and interact with characters. So instead of catching the creatures in Kingdom Hearts, which are called the Heartless, you're gonna be fighting them, and you would fight similar, you would fight just like you would in a regular Kingdom Hearts, traditional Kingdom Hearts game. So this was supposed to come out, I think technically it was supposed to come out in 2023, and then they pushed it back to 2024, I think. Don't quote me on that, I don't remember anymore. I just know that the last date they gave was like November, I think, of 2024. And that month came and went, and we didn't get anything. No, it didn't drop. It didn't. We didn't get any kind of update from Square. Nothing. And then fast forward to the 13th, and we finally get something. And here's what they decided to announce here. Make this bigger for you guys. So we have made the decision to cancel development of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We wish to convey our heartfelt apologies to everyone who has been looking forward to the start of service. Although we worked hard on developing and adjusting the game in hopes it would be enjoyed by lots of players, we determined it would be difficult for us to offer a service that players would find satisfactory over a long period of time, leading us to the decision to cancel development. We would like to take this opportunity to express our thanks to everyone who gave our support and assistance with multiple closed beta tests, because they did do beta tests. Not here, it was in like China and Australia, and there's like one other country. I think it was maybe somewhere in Europe. I don't remember where though. But it wasn't here in the United States. The Kingdom Hearts series will continue. We will work hard on Kingdom Hearts 4 and hope you'll continue to support the series as you keep an eye out for further updates. Yeah, it was a major bummer. I wouldn't say that I was like sad, upset, like, oh my god, throwing a temper tantrum, whatnot. I wasn't doing any of that, because at this point, like I said, we were supposed to get it in 2024, and then fast forward to almost halfway through 2025, and we're getting this. It's like, yeah, I saw that comment. yeah, there was definitely something going on there. Now, my hope, and a lot of other big Kingdom Hearts fan people, our hopes were that they were gonna basically rework the game, not necessarily cancel it, but rework it to be a more traditional Kingdom Hearts game, because this was supposed to be a setup for Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, the stuff that happened in this game was technically, it was like a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 1, another prequel. It was a sequel to one of the other Kingdom Hearts games, which is Union Cross, and also it was supposed to be in between Union Cross and Dark Road, which are two other mobile games that came out. Technically they were in one game, but they're technically two different games. They were supposed to be like in between of that, but so it was supposed to bridge those two games, but it was also supposed to set things up that were supposed to then happen in Kingdom Hearts 4. And now that it was canceled, we're not getting that story, it seems. We don't know what the plan is there. But now we're not getting that, and we're like, okay, what's going on there? So yeah, this came out. There was it blew up the internet. Everyone was talking about it. I talked about it. I was about to go to bed, and then I saw this. I was like, oh, fuck! I need to make a video on this. Like, I need to quickly. So I did a quick video on YouTube, and then I like decided to kind of spread the news out more. I decided to take that video and then make a short form content version of it. And a lot of people like the short form content version of it more. It was weird, but I did then make another short form content on the next piece of news, but we'll get that in a second. So yeah, and as you can see, like even over here in the comments, this is on X, and I apologize, I know some people may not like X, but this was all the news and everything I'm going to show is on X. That's just because like all the interactions on this news was taking place on X. I didn't see anything on Blue Sky. There might have been some things, but it was mostly being done on X. So I like this one. We were harder on work on Kingdom Hearts 4. I suppose around 2035 it'll come out. Nah, it won't. Nah. Yeah, a lot of people were a lot of people were upset about it. I wasn't upset. I was bummed, but I was like, okay, well, I get it. Honestly, and to be honest, like, I wasn't fond on playing a GPS game. I just wasn't. I think I'd explained this in my video, but I have Pokemon Go because I like to kind of just jump in and just play for like a minute or two. But like the idea of like just going out just doesn't it just doesn't hit me like it did, like it used to. You know, the idea of just going out and it really just like at the end of the day, I probably wouldn't have been like a lot of people, and I think Square saw this too, is that a lot of people would just watch the cutscenes on YouTube and call it a day. They wouldn't even play the game. And I think Square knew this, and they're like, why are we wasting resources on making a game that probably no one's gonna play? So they scrapped it. I think it's what happened, honestly. Now I think we still are going to get the story in some other form, because this game was in beta still, I believe. As far as we're aware, it was still in beta when it got canceled. So they have this whole entire story written out. They have whole entire worlds built, characters modeled and voiced. And what do you think led to the cancellation, players experience cost? Basically, I think what happened was that, so Square has actually been going through, well, I understand, I don't know the full details, but what I understand is that Square has been going through, they got a new president, so they're going through and kind of re-evaluating everything. They're restructured their business model. They're doing away with a lot of the old president of Square agreed on, greenlit, because Square has not been doing very well. They made a lot of really dumb decisions, I would say, that they've been pivoting away from. First, starting with getting rid of a lot of the Western development games. So a lot of the Western development games wasted a lot of their money. What was it? There was Avengers was one. Yeah, they made an Avengers game. It wasn't them. It was a studio that they owned or something like that they had rights to. There was the Avengers. It was a live service game. It's just called the Avengers. That did poorly for them. The next one that did really poorly for them was Forsaken. So these are all being made by Western studios, so they got rid of a lot of those. And then there was like a post too somewhere I saw that they were looking at all their mobile games, because they have a ton of mobile games that are ongoing, and they're like, yeah, we need to cut all of these. We're not going to do mobile games anymore, so they just cut those. What else? There may be other changes. Off the top of my head, I don't know, but they are slowly making changes because they have a new president, and he's trying to turn things around, which is good. They're gonna be. I feel like they're kind of pulling what Marvel's doing right now as well, where they're a lot of like sub studios of Disney are doing right now too. Is that they're finally getting their head out of their asses, and they're like, yeah, we need to pivot away from what we're doing, because we're just wasting money and losing money with the directions that we're going in. So they're starting to put away from a lot of things. They're starting to not do as many projects. They're trying to put more focus on just, trying to focus more on quality than quantity, which is what a lot of these, ever since like around COVID, a lot of these companies have been doing. They've been focused more on quantity than quality. They just kind of we need to get a game out, we need to get a movie out, we need to get this out so we can work on the next thing, and then we work on like 3 different projects at once and 4 different projects at once, and they're losing money, and they're starting to realize that they're losing money. So Square is another one, that's kind of shifting focus. Like, we need to, okay, all these projects, get out over here. We're gonna keep these ones can go, get out, get. So yeah, I think that's essentially what happened, is that they were, trying to restructure everything, and this just unfortunately hit the bucket. It is on the chopping block, unfortunately. So this came out, we were all kind of, and I remember this was in the back of my head. This from South Park. Hold on. I want to pause the music real quick.
Hello, I'm Tony Hayward, President and CEO of BP. Our accidental drilling spill again in the Gulf is a tragedy that should have never happened. And to all those affected, I want to say, we are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
I'm just gonna stop right there, but that's basically what I was thinking of the whole time. I was in the back of my head. I was just like, yeah, this. We're sorry. So then, fast forward to, I think, a day later, and we get some good news. So they decided to they felt sorry, as I just played that video, and they gave us some good news. They gave us some stuff like, here you go, here's some good stuff. Here's some snackage, something to do as an apology. There's some Kingdom Hearts 4 news. Like, whoa, what the? Seriously? We're getting Kingdom Hearts 4 news after not hearing shit for like 3 years? Yeah, so the next day they literally dropped screenshots as a collage. And I was talking about this as well. So yeah, so we're getting, yeah, this is looking really good. So we got up here is some early gameplay. We get some character renders of Stretlitza and Sora. I think I just said that wrong. Her name's kind of hard to say, especially for me. Stretlitza? Stretlitza? One of the two. I'm forgetting how to pronounce her name. And then we got Mickey over here in a library. We got what appears to be Sora, and maybe someone else fighting what we're thinking is a dark side, which is a big heartless creature. And then these look like they appear to be the same shot, like maybe we see this first and then it cuts to Sora. It cuts like out of gameplay and then into a cutscene where like Sora is kind of looking this direction. So we're thinking these are two of the same. Going back to the gameplay here, so they did make a change. So they did a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4, which I can play if you guys want to see it. But this bar right here, I want to say this bar over here, it used to be here. Which in Kingdom Hearts 2 there was a bar here, and that was for drive. And now it's up here, which this, when they had a bar here instead of here, they had it was for shot locks, which was like a special like charge move that you did that was also meant for air stepping, like to dash to an object, even if it was in the air, just like dash towards it, so you can like basically use that to get up into areas you normally wouldn't be able to get up to if you jumped or whatever. You'd have to use the flash, the air step was what it's called, air step up to the different areas. So, and then over here we see the command menu for this is the command menu in the style of this world right here, which you guys are probably wondering, if maybe you guys don't know, is why is it all realistic looking. Well, excuse me, this is Kingdom Hearts 4 at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to see spoilers, if you're watching this live, mute, I guess. If you don't want to see spoilers, let me know, I guess. Or maybe I can just explain this in a way it's not too much. No, I'll do that. I'll explain in a way where it's not too much of a spoiler. So, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, the actions that took place in Kingdom Hearts 3 led Sora to come to this world. And this world, which is called, this isn't a spoiler. Not really. But it's called, what's it called again? Oh my god. Why am I suddenly forgetting the name of it? Quadratum, that's what it was. Quadratum. This world is like a purgatory for Sora. I won't explain how we got here or why. That's spoilers. You can play Kingdom Hearts 3 to know. But this is like a purgatory for him, and this is what is being considered unreality, which is reality for the people who actually live here, and then unreality would be where Sora's from. So, and the way to differentiate the two is this is the real world, this is the realistic world, and then where Sora's from is the cartoony world. If you see kind of where I'm going at, that's kind of how I interpret all this. They haven't fully explained it or anything, and this is all kind of new concept that they started introducing us to right at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 and a little bit in Melody of Memory. So we don't know. There's a whole lot of this world that we just don't know yet. So we're only going off of what's been explained to us so far. So, but even looking here, If I can zoom in on this, not really. I'd have to download it or something. But if you look, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. But if you look here, these look like shadows, which is the normal Kingdom Hearts like enemies, but they look really realistic looking. So I don't know what's up with that. You get this new Heartless over here with these gauntlet shield things. Oh, back to the command menu too. I wanted to point out that there is a new. We're getting a new. They already explained this, but we're getting a new mechanic called build here, which there's also like a unbuild or something that's gonna go along with that. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. So we're gonna build and unbuild. We don't know anything about that. We just know that that's what we're getting. We won't know probably until the actual trailer drops. And for those who are wondering who Stretlizia, wow, I keep fucking doing that. Stretlizia, who Stretlizia is, I keep fucking doing it. Stretlizia. If you want to know who she is from that Unicross game I was talking about. So this is spoilers, and I apologize. She does die in that game. And that's basically the last time we see her. And then now she's in Kingdom Hearts 4, so we're like, apparently she's been here the whole time. Apparently. Over here with the Mickey Mouse thing, well, it looks like appears to be a library. We do know at the end of Melody of Memory, which was a post Kingdom Hearts 3 game, focused more on Kairi. It was a rhythm game. At the end of that game, Mickey was instructed to go to Scala Asylum, which was another world you go to at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, but it also does appear in Dark Road. It is a world from way back before Kingdom Hearts 1, and so with it being kind of introduced more recently, we're going to be exploring more of that world. And then in the Kingdom Hearts 4, it looks like we're going to be doing that as Mickey, as it looks like he's running through like a library in Scala Asylum. So, and then we have this phone, and we have no fucking idea what is up with the phone. No clue. Nobody knows what this phone's about. It's clearly about something. We just have no clue. It's definitely teasing something, but we just don't know. So, there's all that. So yeah, Square decides to give us some bad news, and then they feel bad, and then they give us the good news. Say, hey, we're still working on it. Yeah, so they went ahead along with the post here. It says to our Kingdom Hearts community, we are currently working hard on Kingdom Hearts 4, and we'll continue pouring ourselves into the game's development. We've dedicated to making this an experience that lives up to your expectations. We've seen how excited you are, and we truly are grateful. We are truly grateful from the bottom of our hearts. We're equally excited and can't wait to share more about Kingdom Hearts 4 when the time is right. Heather! What's going on, Heather? I'm happy you're here too. Let me get you a shout out. Everyone go follow Heather. She's awesome.
You're breathtaking.
So, well, this Explorer asks us, so the missing link is the only part that was canceled? Yes. Yeah. And it's gonna be the missing link for a while, because we're not gonna know what's going on with that story. We know, like, we have an idea what the story was through the betas. Like, we saw like the beginning part of it, because the beta played like the beginning part of the story. All we know is that it's the next story after Union Cross. It's about you're playing your own character that you make, because that's how the mobile game's been, the past few mobile games, except for Dark Road. There's 2 games where you get to actually play as your own Keyblade wielder. So this was another game where you play your own Keyblade wielder, and you're running around a Victorian style world as the main hub world, and then I don't know if you actually went to other worlds. I think you were just stuck in that world, and you were going through like portals to go into the GPS world. So you're playing this character who falls from the sky. It is supposed to be a reincarnation of the character from Union Cross. Your character from Union Cross gets reincarnated as a character in Missing Link, and you fall down into the world, and you meet up with some other Keyblade wielders, and there's like all new factions of Keyblade wielders that you were supposed to join, or whatever. And that's about as far as we know. We were supposed to know more, and now we're getting that. So, also I saw this while I was just kind of looking around at some of the responses.
All right, now see, that's a little too far back. Oh, look at me! That's me as a baby. All right, let's move ahead.
It's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. I saw some others. So this is one of the big Kingdom Hearts like content creators. They focus. They do other things other than just Kingdom Hearts, but social instances. It's really hard to have a channel just focus on Kingdom Hearts, but they did kind of point out some concerns, I guess, that the community has that I wanted to go over. Concerning the number of comments I've seen saying stuff like, "Why does Kingdom Hearts look like Final Fantasy now? And that's not my Sora." They are correct here. Sora often takes the style of a world. So what they mean by that is when Sora goes to a Pacific world, sometimes he is in his normal outfit. Other times he changes outfits. Sometimes he doesn't change outfits, sometimes he does. So like in Kingdom Hearts 2, when he goes to Pirates of the Caribbean, he wore his normal outfit, which I'll show. And it looked really awkward, by the way. Look at it, really awkward, because it was supposed to be this kind of realistic thing. You know, here's Jack being all realistic looking, and then there's Sora just looking like his normal self. They just stand out. And that was Kingdom Hearts 2. But then the good thing is that I think a lot of people took that to, a lot of people talk about that, and then I think Square took that to heart. Nomura took that to heart and everything, and so they decided to fix it. So when they actually went back to Pirates of the Caribbean and Kingdom Hearts 3, now he actually changed his outfits. So him, Sora, Donald, Goofy, they all changed outfits. So now they're wearing pirate clothes, with Sora looking more like Jack Sparrow over here. Yeah, and other than that though, like when he goes to Little Mermaid, he's a mermaid himself. Sora, Donald and Goofy, like Goofy turns into a turtle, like a sea turtle, and Goofy turns into an octopus thing. He's still a duck, so he's like half duck, half octopus for some weird reason. And then like Halloween Town, he goes to Halloween Town. Sora is a vampire. Oops. Goofy is a Frankenstein, and Donald's a mummy. And yes, they do fight along Jack, which in Kingdom Hearts 2, they go to Christmas Town, and so they kind of change things up here. So Sora, they were like alternate versions of what they kind of look like in Halloween Town. So Sora changes to wearing like Santa clothes. Goofy is now like a reindeer, and then Donald's a snowman. So yeah, that's basically just examples of when they go to certain worlds, they will change their look and appearance and everything to fit that world. And so that's what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 4 when he's in Quadratum, is that Quadratum is supposed to be real life. It's supposed to be like an actual real world in a way. That's why it looks like Tokyo, because it's based off of Tokyo. So he's essentially in the real world, so they had to make him look realistic, you know? So that's what that's what they're saying here. So yeah, he's currently in Quadratum, aka our reality. Devs have confirmed Kingdom Hearts 4 will have Disney Worlds, so he's still going to be going to Disney Worlds. So yeah, relax. A lot of people are like, yeah, I don't like this. No, that's how it is. HMK is a big content creator, and he does a lot of Kingdom Hearts content as well. He's one of the bigger. He's actually one of the key keepers. He's one of the big content creators for Kingdom Hearts. To make sure I remind everybody, he's doing a little Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC here. Yes, the developers have confirmed that Sora will revert to his established Kingdom Hearts look whenever he would enter a world from his reality. So right now he's not in his reality; he's in the real world reality. He would go back to this when he goes back to his reality. His Final Fantasy look is due to the lore reasons because he is trapped in a world, or rather unreality, that influences his current design. I've seen a lot of people looking at his new images confused and conflicted. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Just more, I wanted to show that off too, on top of explaining it. It's just to let you know, it's supposed to be this way. It's fine, don't worry about it. And then someone else here, another content creator, does a lot of Kingdom Hearts content. So it seems like more casual Kingdom Hearts fans aren't happy with the screenshots, which is pretty understandable. Personally, this is fine for me. For at least a few months, I do want to see a trailer 2 for basically mean a second trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 during the year, which would be nice. A trailer this year would be good, but we'll see. And this one this person's kind of pointing out, so we're getting progressively more pissed at the series continues. So this is Kingdom Hearts 1. He's all smile, happy-go-lucky. Here's Kingdom Hearts 2. He's still happy, still having a good time, right? And then Kingdom Hearts 3, he's like, he goes from like, yeah, I've had a good time to, oh man. And now he's just like, man, fuck this. Story doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's just how it kind of, the transformation here, it's great. I'll go ahead and play the trailer real quick for you guys too. So this came out 3 years ago, I think. It's great. Yeah, it's a great face. This came out, when did this come out? 3 years ago. Okay. Now Kingdom Hearts 4 is being made on the Unreal 5 engine. They switched to Unreal during the development of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is why Kingdom Hearts 3 took forever. That's one of the reasons why. There's other reasons why, but that was like the last reason why it took so long, because they decided that the engine that they were using just wasn't working, and so they just basically reworked the entire game into Unreal 4, and now they're doing Unreal 5. But this trailer is also an Unreal 4, but they've bumped everything up to make it look like, to give you an idea what it's gonna look like in Unreal 5. Those screenshots should have been Unreal 5. So those are Unreal 5 screenshots. Those are actually in. This is Unreal 4. Just let everyone know. Just so that's clear. And yes, also what this means is that every single game leading up to Kingdom Hearts 4, and minus Missing Link, was part of one arc. This is a brand new arc that technically was also started in Union Cross. So yeah, just also putting that out there. And no, there's no English version of this. It's only Japanese. So The boy. You gotta take a picture first. This was pretty hype. There's a little more after this. Because of course we're gonna get Sora and fucking Donald Goofy. This was so hype. There's all kinds of breakdown and everything, but I will say that going back and watching this, like seeing this version of Sora and looking at what it is currently, Sora here, let's see if I can find like a comparison. So, I mean, there's already been comparisons. I'm just trying to find. The only difference I can see between the two, other than maybe the hair is a little better. Where is it? There we go. This is a good comparison. So there's the difference in the two between this is what we got in the trailer here 3 years ago, and this is what it looks like now for both Sora and Strelitzia. So from what I noticed, her face is a little different. I think her bangs maybe go down a little bit more too. I think it's hard to tell. I think they just kind of improved the face a little bit. For Sora, the only difference I'm seeing is maybe the hair, but this also could just be lightened, honestly. The face is maybe a little better as well. He's got a more realistic necklace here. So here it's more the way it always is, where it's like thick and the pendant's really big and it's just a thick necklace. And then here it's more of a realistic necklace, where the pendant's kind of smaller. There's more of a realistic chain here. I think they probably realized, oh, you know what? that's not as realistic as this would be. So that's the only difference I can spot. Everything else is pretty much the same. I think there's more detail on the jacket in terms of like material. I believe. I think it's probably another difference I'm seeing. But other than that, that's about it. I'm not seeing any other differences. It's also hard to say. Oh, I guess there's a. I guess you can see more detail in his neck now too than here. So they made small little improvements to these models to make it look more realistic. I think that's about it. That's all I'm seeing. Also, I think maybe they changed the color of his little, like, whatever this is, strap right here. Yeah, that's why I just wanted to point that out. That I did notice that there was. I know everyone else pointed out, oh, it looks better here. I'm like, oh yeah, that's because they made some small little changes here and there, but for the most part, it's the same. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for all this. This is. I hope we get a trailer this year. Us Kingdom Hearts fans keep doing this thing where it's like, oh, the Summer's Games Fest is coming up. We're gonna get a trailer, and then no trailer. Okay, well, there's a big the Game of the Year awards is in November or December or whatever it is. Well, we're definitely gonna get a trailer then. No trailer. It's like, okay, maybe next year. Like we've been doing that for like 3 years now. It's ridiculous.